A week from Saturday is the Oak Grove Festival, and a couple of gentlemen we are joined by this morning are with us today to talk about the festival. And David Harris, good morning, and good morning to Mayor, and we're glad to have both of y'all with us today.
Good morning to you, Jim Dale.
Talk a little bit about this festival. Both of you can just kind of chime in, and we've been doing this for a number of years now. It seems to have grown every year. What about 2017?
You know, I think this year's probably going to be the biggest one that we've ever had. We've put a lot of effort into making this one a special year for the festival. One of the reasons that I think we've put so much time into it is earlier this year we lost the lady who had always headed the festival for us, Corinne Lackey, who was implementing and starting the festival 6 years ago. And it was a sad time for Town of Oak Grove, but we said we're going to make sure this one is really good for Corinne. It's 9 to 2 on Saturday, October 14th is when it will be. We've changed some things, the way we're doing things to complement and give people more to look at. The main stage will have nothing but bands this year. We'll start out at 9:30 with some bluegrass with Wesley Allen's Bluegrass Band. At 10:40 we'll have Mike Shelley and the Old Pros. Mike's an old Sylacauga boy, raised and grew up here, has been in entertainment all his life. 11:50 we'll have Dodson Parkway, my band, and then at 1 o'clock we'll have Backstreet. So that's going to be the entertainment lineup on the main stage, which is the Bank of Alabama main stage. And we'll have the Sylacauga Songwriters will be inside the senior center for all the seniors and whoever else wants to be in there while they're touring and looking at the Hodges Meteorite, which will also be on display inside.
Now, how's this guy to your right? How does he plug into this? He's just a mayor of Oak Grove, you know.
I don't. I'm just along for the ride. No, we have been working on it a lot this year. We put a lot of time and effort into it, a lot of thought into it, a lot of meetings into it, and we want to make it a lot bigger for the community and the people that surrounds our community. We really looked hard and got some things that this year that we haven't had before. And David's done a good job. Robin, our clerk's done a good job. Miss Carolyn's done a good job. But like he said, one of the main reasons we want it bigger and better is for Corinne. And we're going to do some things for her. I'm going to recognize her at the festival.
She was quite the workhorse.
She was. She inspired you to work. She was a good leader. She was a good lady. You know, we miss her. But we know where she's at, and we know one day we'll see her again.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Now we know when we honor her, she knows that. So we're good.
Yeah. This is a family event.
It absolutely is. One of the things that, and I think the first festival we had was more of a music festival, but we realized that what the people of Oak Grove really wanted in the community surrounding Oak Grove was something for the family, for the children, for the kids to do. And we also recognized that if you go to the fair in Birmingham, you pay a fortune. Your family spends a fortune. Everywhere you go, you spend a fortune. So what we wanted to accomplish was just a great day, a fun day for the family at basically no cost. As far as the kids are concerned, we've got the Allen Oil Company Kids Zone, which will consist of 4 or 5 inflatables.
Right.
And these are big, huge inflatables for the kids to play on. Town of Oak Grove installed a new playground this year, and they'll have that to play on. And we'll also have the Vaden Toyota train that will be circling the entire perimeter. And this is all free. The kids, all they got to do is go to the get-on point for the train, get on, ride it. They want to ride it again, they can. They want to ride it again, they can. Play on the inflatables all they want to. And this is all absolutely free. There's no admission charge to come to the festival, and there's no charges for all the rides for the children.
Mayor, can they go and come back again if they want to?
Yeah, there's going to be, there's other things that I'm sure is going on. around, the communities and stuff. But yeah, the past years we've had people to trickle in and out all day. We know people's not going to stay there all day, but they'll leave and they'll come back. So, like David said, we want it to be a family-oriented deal. The things that we've got, I think is going to be real good for the kids. The parents can come, put the kids on the bouncies, and they can go and eat. That's the only thing that's going to cost this year, is like it is every year, is come hungry and eat something.
But you got plenty of food vendors there.
We have plenty of food vendors. We've got barbecue, we've got chicken, we've got hamburgers and hot dogs, boiled peanuts. This is the first time we've had boiled peanuts, but we're going to have boiled peanuts this year.
Now, you're a fireman.
Yes, sir.
Also,
yes,
and are you here locally, or where are you?
I work in Pell City.
Okay.
But hopefully January, if God willing, I'm retired. So I put a whole lot of time in Oak Grove.
Puts a smile on your face, doesn't it, Dave?
Tony carries his weight. He has to put a lot of time in, but he carries his weight.
Oak Grove is known for a historical moment.
Yes.
In the Hodges meteorite.
Yes.
And you're going to have, is that the D1, or is that a replica, or what that's going to be there?
It's going to be a replica. When we first started doing this, we got a portion of it that's in at the University of Alabama. But it had to be under constant guard the whole time it was there. In order to do that, we couldn't always coordinate the times that we were going to have the festival. So they came up with a replica that looks, if you didn't know it was a replica, you'd think it was the meteor itself. But we have that on display. Like I said, it looks just like it. It has all the sayings about what happened, what went on with Miss Hodges and all this kind of stuff. So, but you don't have to have somebody there that has to guard it. Yeah. But I wished it was the real thing. But like I said, if you didn't know it wasn't, you wouldn't know it was a replica.
Well, the history for real is accurate. That is for sure.
Sure.
And Saturday, David, as far as music is concerned, we'll have plenty of bands there.
Absolutely. Like I was telling you, we'll have Wesley Allen's Bluegrass Band, Mike Shell and the Old Pros, Dodson Parkway, and Backstreet on the main stage. And then inside we will have the Sylacauga Songwriters from 9 to 1. And
that's a very varied group as well, the Sylacauga Songwriters. A lot of experience there in writing songs and singing. Mike Shell is originally from Sylacauga, and if he's an old pro, he's an old pro, I guess, Mike Shell.
Old and pro fits Mike.
Mike is he's just an icon from Sylacauga.
That's a good way to describe him.
Yeah, he's been in for a long time, and Mike does a fantastic job. I remember back years, and I'm talking back when I was 19, 20 years old, that he had a nightclub in Birmingham that we would go and he's just good. I think, didn't you tell me he was going to do the MC part of it?
Yeah, Mike will be the MC on stage, introducing the bands and talking about the rides and just doing what Mike does best is talking.
He did it, I think he did it the first or second year we had it, and he done a great job, and we haven't been able to nail him down. But David got him this year, so that's pretty good.
Who makes up Dodson Parkway?
Dodson Parkway is myself, Tommy Brown, my wife, Mandy Harris, Ted Elrod, and Dexter Dowdy.
Okay. And the group Backstreet?
Backstreet is the Reynolds group, Bobby and Danny and Mike Reynolds.
They've been doing that a long time.
Oh, they have. They absolutely have. And they're a huge draw everywhere they play. They draw a good crowd.
Tony, we get to showcase the town of Oak Grove Saturday, and you always want to showcase the community and what a valuable part of our area Oak Grove is.
Of course, Oak Grove is a unique town. We're small, but yet we're big in our eyes because we have a lot of things going on out there. The people out there are good people. You can ask David. We never have any problems out there that we know of anyway. Anytime you want to do something, the people are behind you, the community's behind you, because they know that anytime that the council does anything, it's for the people out there. And like this festival, this is for the people of Oak Grove. I know people from surroundings comes, but it's mainly for the people of Oak Grove and their families.
David, who else makes up the town council at Oak Grove?
That's myself, Carl Armstrong, Mark, and Mary Carter, and Danny Reynolds.
The festival coming up a week from Saturday, October the 14th, and I want to talk about the kids' workshop a little bit. You know, if kids want to come, they're going to bring their parents and grandparents, but this kids' workshop, talk about that a little bit.
This is something, Home Depot does kids' workshop at their facility several times a year, and we were approached by them to do it at our festival, and we thought it was just a great idea. So basically, the pavilion is the Home Depot pavilion, and they will be holding workshops throughout the day, teaching children how to use hammers and saws and screwdrivers and this kind of stuff, and they will be building little small things. Just a great thing for kids to learn to do early.
Educational, isn't it?
Very educational.
Yeah.
And the parents really like it. They teach them how to paint too. So the parents really like that. But that's not the only thing that we've got. We're going to have a lot of craft vendors there this year. Anywhere from birdhouses to necklaces to you name it. We've had people. We're even going to have produce again there this year. So I mean, it's going to be a wide variety of things that we're going to have there, not only for the kids but for the grown-ups to walk around and look at also.
Now this is shown statewide on Charter Cable, this live interview this morning. Is it too late for vendors to hook up with you guys this year, or? What
we do, if they want to, then when they call, we'll get them to fill out an application.
Okay.
And what we try not to do is duplicate food vendors especially, okay? Because what we want to do, if they're good enough to come to our festival, we want them to have a good turnout also. So they need to call down there and get an application, and then we'll go from there to see if anybody's there to duplicate or whatever.
Yeah. One thing before we let you go this morning, neither one of you need to tackle the giant inflatables.
I'm not going to, no, sir.
You know.
We're gonna have.
I might sneak on it. I mean, I just might have to.
I'm not, because I'd probably make a fool out of myself. So I'm not going to do it.
Oh, and you know, for seniors and maybe people who are handicapped, you're going to make special provision for them too.
We are. We'll have golf carts available to pick them up in the parking areas because we have parking across the street. And bring them to the festival and take them from one area to the other, whatever's necessary for the seniors and handicapped to get them around so they can also enjoy the festivities that we're having.
Food galore on Saturday.
Yeah, so we're going to have a big tent out in the middle like we always have for, we're going to have tables and chairs out there for the seniors if they want to come and sit out, you know, if it's in the sun or whatever. And another big attraction that we have every year that the kids just love, of course, our fire trucks, you know, from the fire station, but we're going to have a lifesaver helicopter there also.
Well, that lifesaver helicopter is just that. It's been a part of saving a lot of lives, and the people who are plugged into that do a fantastic job. And the Nashville Songwriters, Sylacauga chapter, are going to be performing at the Senior Center from 9:30 to 1 o'clock.
Right.
And you talking about some talented writers and singers, they are that right there.
They are. They absolutely are. And we thought we had a conflict, but they just pulled it off and said, no, we're going to make it happen. So they're going to be rotating out. And we're not really sure which ones yet will be there, but we do know that it will be covered from that time, and there'll be 4 or 5 different ones that'll be there. That'll be
October the 14th. A week from Saturday from 9 until 2 at the town of Oak Grove, the Oak Grove Park there. And while we got just another minute or two, since we've got one of the councilmen on and the mayor as well, progression for the town of Oak Grove. I know you got the new playground equipment that is there. What's next for Oak Grove?
Well, we got a lot of things that we're working on. Nothing nailed down yet. We're wanting to get some more businesses in there because, as you know, that's where we get our money from. Yeah. So we're trying to do that. like I said, nothing's nailed down, but we are working every day trying to get some stuff in there. But we're trying to do some things for the community, as well as the senior center. Their senior center's going good. We're trying to get people to come in there to see what we've got. There's some
How many
things.
people do we feed in there on a daily basis? Any idea?
There's probably about 25 inside that comes every day, and then we've got I think it's 25 or 26 Meals on Wheels that we take out every day to feed people that are bedridden or whatever, that can't come to the center.
David, finally this morning, you're a successful businessman in the community, successful with the Dotson Parkway Band. Your community, Oak Grove, the town of Oak Grove, is so important to you.
Yes, it is. You know, I grew up in Sylacauga and moved away, and then when my wife and I moved back, we were fortunate to buy the property that we live on now, which was the old Comet Drive-In theater property, and we live on the backside of it, and we've actually developed part of it as a subdivision. But Oak Grove to me is the kind of community that every child and everybody would want to live in, just because of the fact that it is not over-governed. There's rules in other cities that we just don't implement because we want it to be more of a rural situation. Our government in Oak Grove is just to provide services for the people of Oak Grove and to help them. I'm not going to say that our goal is to grow and be a huge metropolis, because it's really not. We don't want to get to the point that where Oak Grove is overbearing and everybody's living side by side. We've got a lot of people that own large tracts of land, and they enjoy being on their tracts of land and not having neighbors real close. And we don't want to intrude on them, but yet at the same time, like Mayor was saying, we do need additional income so that we can provide more, and we're fortunate to have the 280 corridor that comes right through the middle of Oak Grove that gives us property to develop and make that possible also. Oak Grove's unique. There's not many towns in Alabama that are as fortunate as Oak Grove is, and with the people. We got a wonderful fire department, one of the best volunteer fire departments in the state. These guys are so dedicated to what they do, and they do not receive one penny for doing it. Our street department is good. That's one of the things that the former mayor, Lloyd Ziegler, implemented when he was mayor, was to keep the streets clean, and we continue to do that. We've purchased equipment this year to help make things better for the street department, the park, and then with the festival is one of the big things that we do. Another big event that we do is the Christmas tree lighting in the park, and we've got more plans to make it larger also, because it's Oak Grove's about family is what it's about.
Mayor Tony White, last word with you. There's a lot of vehicle traffic right there on 280, as David alluded to, and boy, they can you can catch some of that traffic on Saturday too.
We can, and we're going to have signs out probably all the way from the other side of Merkle Mountain all the way to the city limits line on 511, so everybody can see what we're doing. We're going to put them out Monday, so everybody can be looking at them and kind of make plans. But yeah. I don't know if the football traffic is going to stop by and going to Auburn or not, but maybe they will.
Well, Auburn's not playing that Saturday.
Oh, they're not?
They're out of town.
Well, then maybe we can get some of the Auburn fans over there. Then.
Well, there's always a lot of traffic on 280 anyway,
goodness, yes,
so that's a good thing too. Thank you both for being here this morning, Mayor Tony White of Oak Grove and Councilman David Harris, and they are a part of the Oak Grove Festival Committee, and that's going to be the 14th. And from 9 until 2, lots of bands, a lot of food, a lot of kid entertainment, and craft vendors as well. Thank you both for being here this morning.
We appreciate you having us, Jimmy.
All right. We got more Daybreak just ahead. Don't go away.